Morning guys, Mountain Matt here. Thanks for clicking on my video. I'm out here in the Bear Wallow Wilderness area with my buddy Marcus. He'll be teaching you guys a little bit about fly fishing. Later on today we're going to go hike down to the creek and just get back in there and enjoy a weekend. Of course we got Garmr the Wonder Dog with us, but he's also already out exploring. He's gotten bored with me setting up my camera. So beautiful morning. It's probably 50 degrees or so out, nice and brisk. We're gonna get this thing started. Sun's just peeking over the hills. Gorgeous out here, guys. Thanks for joining us. Now this area we're going to be hiking through, this first portion here is kind of it's a little bit, you can see it's all scarred by wildfires that have come through here. But you can already see, I'm not sure how long ago the fire was here, didn't look it up before I came, but you can already see the forest is kind of recovering. You got the aspens out here kind of filling in as they do, and these disturbed areas kind of taking over. So this section out here is soon to be a aspen grove, which I'm all right with that. I like fall colors, and there's a few little spruces tucked away here and there, but supposedly it gets a little thicker back in there, and I guess we'll find out when we get closer to the creek here. Still gorgeous. I don't know why, but those husks of trees are kind of hauntingly beautiful. A little reminder of the cycle of renewal here. Oh, are you camera shy?
Oh no, I'm trying to let you get this beautiful shot.
Garmr's certainly not camera shy. How are you, Bubba? Beautiful out here, man.
Oh, ladybug.
And apparently he's found a ladybug. That's like the highlight of the trip so far. Let's see it. Where's it at? Oh man.
First bit of life.
Look at that. Let's get out of the shadow there. Hello, little ladybug. Cute little thing. All right, there you go. First wildlife, guys. Well, I mean, there was the deer, but I don't know if you guys could see him. On we go.
Ready to explore. I'm gonna see some more. Soar through the sky. Little line shines. I don't even know words.
Yeah, it looks like this trail just goes down here into the ravine, and I imagine that's where we meet up with the creek. Fingers crossed. All right, well, can't go over it, can't go under it. Let's go around it. Well, guys, we we found our trail. We almost had a replay of what Garmr and I had on living on the edge, the elusive trail. So this one's the all trails said that it would be a pain in the butt to find, and it's basically a game trail, and they were right. We were following one up on the ridge line over there, all along there, and went I think we went probably about a mile out of our way total, both sides around it, trying to figure out where it was and crisscross it, and it leads right down through this little ravine here, and it is a little more than a game trail. So, but there is a creek down in there, I know it, so we're gonna get down there and hopefully catch some trout for dinner. And well, he's gonna catch some trout for dinner. I'm not too great of a fisherman, so alrighty, see you at camp. Kind of tacky that I'm in the shot. Find yourself a little pond there, buddy? Well, we found water, so that's a good sign. And it's running water, so we're getting close to the main creek down here. And man, is it pretty in here. Didn't think you were gonna get away without being in that shot, did you?
I just had to accept it.
Just embrace it. It's gonna happen. You're part of the YouTube life now. I hear Odin's ravens looking over us now. Actually, that might be a crow. The other corvid. Not to be confused with COVID. Corvid. Alright, you got four-wheel drive, we don't. Hold up. You know what, Marcus?
What's up?
I'm glad we did not try to come down that.
Oh yeah.
That looks like no fun.
We'd have just done some barrel rolls down the hill.
Yeah, it'd be a lumpy barrel roll though.
You scrape some bruises.
Man, gorgeous out
Got
here.
a better road. The path most traveled.
I feel like if I had a crutch thing that I say a lot in videos, that, you know, if I were to be introspective and try and figure out what my crutch thing is, I think it would be, man, it's gorgeous out here. I feel like I say that a lot. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments if I say that too much. It's very possible that I do.
I think you should do like a voiceover of you just saying, "Man, it's beautiful out here."
Yeah, it'd be like,
That's like part of like the intro to your videos.
yeah, make it my intro.
Like right as your
As my logo pops up, have the, man, it's gorgeous out here.
yeah, that's cool, perfectly. We're going through some thorns right here.
Be kind of like that Owen Wilson. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
What?
Wow. Getting thick in here.
Yeah, I got these thorn bushes down. Do you want to step over?
Aw. Thank you.
That's what we do.
You're stepping on my thorns for me?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
that's true friendship. This man is stepping on thorns for me. It's the woodsman equivalent of taking a bullet for him.
remember this. Ebony and Ivory. Ivory living in perfect harmony.
Yes, sir. That is what we need right now for sure. What you doing down there, bub? Find yourself another chipmunk?
He's looking for his ivory. Oh, there it goes.
Oh. He's gonna go face first into one of those trees. Did you get him? Freaking doggy heaven out here.
Where is this playground?
So graceful.
Get him on the next one.
Hey, you'll get the next one, man. Here. Come on. That's not coming here. That's the opposite. We'll work on that. Garmr, here. Come on. We give it like T-minus 10 seconds before he realizes we're walking away from him and comes shooting right by us. Yeah. Oh, there he is. That might have been 5. All right, guys. So you'll have to let me know what you think. Marcus and I just recently came up with a $1 million idea here. Well, I don't know, maybe like $100 idea, something like that. I don't know about million, but yeah, trail talk with Matt and Marcus. What do you think of that? Like, I don't know how much you guys enjoy our jibber jabber and bantering back and forth here on the trail, but if you if you want to see more of it and on our trips in the future, let me know and we'll do a section on it. Just Matt and Marcus, or yeah, trail talk with Matt and Marcus.
One of these days we'll fill you in on what the ravine is.
Yeah, one of these days. Stick around. Well, you guys are probably going to kick me for this one. I know Marcus will, but stepped wrong earlier up there and rolled my ankle pretty good. It's okay to walk on, a little sore, but we're like almost to the water. So, you know, when you roll a joint like that, you got a lot of weight on your back, take a moment, let the adrenaline wear off. We're just kind of standing here letting the adrenaline wear off, and what you're looking for: rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Rice, that'll help you remember. We don't have ice out here. It's not quite that cold yet, but the water's snow melt. It's pretty cool. So I'll go sit my ankle in the water, kick up my feet, and we'll chill around camp. It may reduce some of the things I get to show you guys today, but we'll still find a good fishing spot and show you guys that. So, yep. Well, guys, sorry to disappoint, but it looks like we're not going to be filming any any fishing videos down here. The stream was significantly smaller than we'd anticipated, and the reviews I read said there were fish. They did not specify the size of said fish, and there are indeed some little tiny fish in there, but nothing worth fishing for and nothing too exciting, and this is it. Here we are. I'll be hobbling around a little bit with you guys today because when I rolled my ankle back there, it's getting pretty sore, so I'm probably gonna lay up, soak my foot here for a little while, and I did bring my grail down here with me, my little geopress. I thought I'd kind of show you guys how that works while I'm here, get a nice cool drink of water. So what you do here, you just kind of pull this lower cup, twist it out, and this is what you use. You can put your shamag or like a piece of cotton cloth, like a hanky or something, over it and kind of filter out any of the big stuff when you're scooping water up, but it's not really necessary. It'll filter it out. So go ahead and take a scoop here. Just take and put this in here. Open this up so it can let the pressure out. Find a relatively flat spot, take and just press that down. And when it's fully depressed there, it pushes that water into the inner cup. I can take this here and just that's pretty damn good. Mountain spring water. If Garmr over here would stop trouncing in the water upstream and getting dirt in it. But I suppose this thing will filter that out too. Anyways, that's our situation here. I'm gonna take some Advil that I brought with me and lay up the old foot, and I'm probably going to do some firecraft videos with you. We went for a little hike down the creek here to see if there was anything more promising down the way, and collected some tinder along the way, so we'll be doing either a bow drill fire, or we'll just do like a fire with our fire steels tonight. So he's going to practice a little bit, and I'll show you guys while I'm teaching him. Hey guys, so Marcus and I have been kind of busy since we got here. We were just messing around with some knots and everything like that, learning some of that. We'll show you here in a minute, behind the camera here we got his tarp shelter, which is just basically a lean-to style with a prusset loop and a little toggle holding it out at one end, and then a toggle on the other end with a trucker's hitch. And then I did kind of a impromptu plowshare shelter over there with a toggle at the top, and just kind of tacked down the ends and folded it underneath because it's a rectangular tarp. We made a little keyhole fire pit here and a fire reflector for the night, and we figured we'd take you along. There's no shortage of dead fallen wood around here because of the fires, so we decided we'd make a tripod for you guys, and so we're gonna brew up some spruce tip tea here in a little bit, so we figured we'd bring you along for this. Now you want 3 poles that are all about the same length and same width, diameter, everything like that. You're going to want to come around the top here, just put your paracord underneath it like this, and we're going to use a jam style knot. So take your cordage here and just kind of do an overhand knot at one end, just like that. And then we're going to take and kind of loop the rope over on itself here, just like that. Little curly Q here, if you guys can see that. And then you'll take the other end of your rope. Pretty simple. This basically just works by putting tension, move it down here close to the knot, tension from this knot on here, and it like a self-tensioning knot to kind of hold your rope in place, and then we'll lash this together. Bring that through there, getting it caught on everything. I like to leave the little nubbies on there because you can hang pots and pans and stuff off of them. So kind of tighten that down on there. Just cinch that back, and that knot will hold tight against itself. And then now I can kind of bring this around and start lashing these together. Now that we've just got this kind of roughly lashed together here. These last few swipes around it here, just bring it around. You can run one through here if you want. Tighten that down. And then all you're going to do is just kind of run it underneath itself there. And that'll hold anything you're going to want it to. Alright guys, and here we have it. Our tripod. That way. You want these kind of spaced out away from the fire here. Right about there. You can kind of put this one at an off angle here so it's not right up in your way when you're trying to cook. And there you go. And can take some more paracord. If I'd left it longer, you could put a little toggle in that and hang your pot from it. In fact, I might just attach another piece of paracord on here. There you go. So our cook setup. We decided we didn't like it like that, so we scooted it over over this way. So we just got one straight behind, these two on the side, and then I left a lot of these little nubbies on here just so you can hang cook set and everything off of them. Got my little teapot there, my boost right here, my little wooden cup. I don't know if I'm saying that right. There you go. Our kitchen. Alright guys, so told you we'd talk a little bit of firecraft here, and I figured I'd kind of teach you guys while I'm teaching Marcus something here. So here I have just a few things we picked up along the trail where we were out hiking today. I've got some kind of stringy bark that's been dried from the fires in the area. This is from an old aspen around the base, so we picked up some of that. Get some old dry fern leaves here, nice and crispy. Pine needles. Some little wood shavings and clippings from our projects around camp today. And then got some lichen we picked up, nice and dry. And you'll see a few little seeds. They're old dry seeds, kind of powdery from the thistle. Just some thistle puff right there. And then a little bit of this other lichen here. This is Usnea, old man's beard, and nice and dry. It's been sitting out in the sun too, so that's nice. And then you guys may be grossed out by this, but I know Marcus was a little bit, and he was kind of looking at me when looking at me funny when I picked it up. But this is a little bit of cow pie. It's nice and dry, and rough this up a little bit. It's all just plant matter, and it's all dried up, chewed up, and you get that fluffed up a little bit. It'll take a spark, and you can just blow that into a flame in your fire bundle or your tinder bundle here. So with fire prep, preparation is 9/10 of it. You know, the spark and everything. If you've got the right kind of tinder and you've processed it right, then it'll be pretty easy, especially with like a fire steel or a lighter or anything like that, to get your fire going. But if you're just doing sparks like primitive fire, the fire steel, or flint and steel, what have you, bow drill, you really want to take the time to process your tinder. So with this nice stringy bark here, all nice and dry, you want to take and kind of rough this up. So I'm going to take and just roll it around in your hands. And all this stuff, I'm holding it over here because this is all good stuff. This is going to be, take this finer material here, kind of put it in the center there, scrape all that up nice and dry. Kind of bird's nested here. Some more of it here. And this stuff is just perfect, man. Nice and brittle. I got it. Sorry.
Garmr's going after it.
Yeah, Garmr's got it. He'll take care of it. That thing's not happy you're messing with its home. Sorry, guys. Squirrel and Garmr have gotten into an argument over there. We'll take some of these thistle seed here. You want this to breathe, so making sure you get the perfect mixture of fuel and oxygen. You don't want to tamp it down too much. Just making a little bird's nest. Wrap this around the outside if we want to kind of hold it all together. Catch some of those little tiny pieces there. And weave some of these pine needles around it as well. I'll take our little tinder bundle here. Carefully now. Alright, now we're going to set this over here, our fire pit. A little bit more of that in there. And on to the next step of fire preparation here. Give me some more of this.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Now what we're doing here, these are some of the little branches off of the dead and down pines we found. Just kind of limbed them off and brought them over here. We're processing them now. These are kind of your next steps. You want to have them ready to go, so you can, as soon as you get that fire going, you can start feeding it. So we've got in one pile over here, I don't know if you can see this, but we got one pile of like pencil lead thickness twigs, and then a little bit thicker here. You just kind of want to go in a progression. And then I'll process up a few little pieces like this and show you how we do that. So we got something about thumb thickness to kind of fuel the fire, and then you can start putting bigger pieces on there once you get it going. Alright guys, this is my little Grand Forest Brooks small forest axe. It's a 19-inch axe, perfect size for fitting in your pack. Good sturdy axe. I mean, this is the only axe. You'll have this axe for the rest of your life. They got a 20-year guarantee on them. I've always wanted one of these things and finally got it, so kind of excited about it. Nice thing about something like this, I can still process like I would with a hatchet. I'm going to show you some ways to process this thumb-sized wood here. So, you know, a piece like this here, And you want to have your hands out of the way. You just take like this. You can do the round side right there. Put your axe up against it. And you don't want to twist the handle of your axe. You don't want to put stress here. You want to twist the wood. So your axe is often going to be stuck in your chopping block. So you just take and twist the wood, and there you go. Another way that you can do that if you don't have an axe, another way to process that would be like so. This is my little Mora companion. Stainless steel blade. Talked about getting a carbon, and I'll have that for you and do some primitive fire demonstrations for you next in the near future here. So with this, you just take and put your knife right there and just take a small piece of wood, baton the back of your knife there. And there you go. And you can process that down as fine as you want. If I wanted to get something more thin tinder, it's not going to damage your knife. I'm not like wailing on this thing, just kind of tapping through it. There you go, some thin little pieces of tinder there. Alright guys, now as I said, preparation is 9/10 of it here. So we've got our little wood bed on the bottom here. Keep it up off of the ground in case there's moisture or anything like that. Take and put a little bit of this usnia in there, fluff it up a little bit. I'm just taking and just doing that, just like roughing it up a little bit. All right. Okay. Now, one of the things that I like to use in my fire kit, so I've got my little Uberleben, I don't know how to say that, fire steel here, and I like to have my little pocket bellows. If I can get this thing out of here, there we go. My little pocket bellows handy. This basically just a pointer that's hollow on the inside. You could use a reed for this, really any hollow tube-like structure. And if you get a spark in there, you start getting ember, you can use this to blow lightly and focus it on the ember. Get that oxygen in there and get it going. So I've got that ready to go. I've got my pencil lead sized tinder here, or fuel, and then I've got the next size up. So, and then I've got the like thumb sized sustaining fuel here, and then we can put larger pieces on there as it goes. So let's get this party started here. You know what? I might use. Oh, there we go. Just about.
And you're not doing super long strokes,
nope,
like just ripping out.
I'm usually right here, right by the end. So I got it. lost it there, and the reason why I didn't when I got that flame, what I should have done is taken and kind of started to turn it over on itself, because you're feeding it flame. You're feeding the flame into the tinder bundle, whereas if it's just burning up like this, it's oftentimes going to go out. So give that another go here. There we go. Breathe a little bit there. Well, not as easy as it looks in some of these videos, is it? There we go. Ooh, that. Maybe I need to put that usnea down in there like that, because that's what's really catching flame. There we go. Start putting some of that sustaining size wood on there. And there you have it. Fire. Hey guys, we're just sitting around warming up by the campfire, chatting, and about to make some spruce tip tea. So yeah, I think we're about to turn in. It's like 6 o'clock here. Sun's setting, starting to get a little bit chilly. Kind of down in a valley, so all that cold air sinking in. But yeah, it's been a great day other than rolling my ankle, and that could have been avoided. So yeah, probably gonna sit around, chat around the campfire for a little bit here, and drink some spruce tip tea, and have Thai curry for dinner out of a bag. This was not as bushcrafty trip as I intended, but we'll do some more in the future, and glad you could join us. We'll go on a day hike tomorrow, and you can come with us then. See you in the morning.